What's up friends, Chook here and welcome back to Bit Heroes. It is Sunday, it is Item Find Day, and before we get started, there is some news. So obviously this is not like brand new news by the time this video comes out, but new content coming soon. So we've had a chat in the last few weeks about how I thought that the new content would be sometime soon, going off a few things. Going off one, that the new content appears to be every 5 or 6 months release date-ish, and two, it generally takes me to the point of kind of maxing out the tier of upgrades, so getting like max TS for that tier, and then shortly after I do that, the new content comes out. So I don't really get to enjoy being top tier, like top TS and everything for very long. But that's kind of the two kind of vague gauge ideas of time that I have, and it turns out that I wasn't far off because the new content is coming soon. It doesn't say when, so I'm going to say it's still a few weeks away. Usually they'll put out another one of these saying like with a countdown, like new content in, 6 days, 24 or 23 hours, 30 seconds, all that type of stuff, when the update comes out. So I would say that it won't be next week, and then next week we'll get a news thing coming up saying 6 days, So my guess is it's 2 weeks. I could be wrong, it could be next week. I'm not a dev, I have no idea, but my guess is 2 weeks, at least 2 weeks. But I would say 2 weeks on the dot. So that's exciting. Now on the topic of gear, seeing it is an Item Find Sunday video, and that's all about getting gear. We have max TS, as we've seen, but what we're going to work towards, or what we have been working towards, is replacing our chest piece here with this set, which will give us the 3 set bonus, which is damage increased by 10% to enemies above 75% health or below 25% health. So it's a pretty cool like set thing to have. It's just extra 10% damage to enemies at 2 times during the fight. So the first like chunk of their health, you're doing 10% damage. When they're nearly dead, you're doing 10% more damage. It's pretty handy to have, right? So ideally we would like to have this on and swapped over by the time the new content comes around, and that way we're still max TS, we've got the 3 set, and everything is hunky-dory fantastic, right? The only problem with that is it's not upgraded at all. Now when I exchange this, I will get roughly, again, I don't know exactly how many, but roughly 250 beanstalks for exchanging this. You get 50 for the piece itself, and then you get roughly 50 per upgrade. So it's been upgraded 4 times, 50 times 4 is 200, and then 50 for the piece itself, 250. I'm pretty sure I'm right on that. I don't want to do it and only get like 100 back, but I'm pretty sure it's 250 back, which means we need 350 to upgrade this bad boy, which means that we need 7 legendaries. If we go to the upgrade quickly, we can see that I've got 60 already. So we only need 6 legendaries. If we get 6 legendaries in the next 2 weeks, we can upgrade this to full and have a happy time. If we don't, then maybe I'll be able to upgrade it to 3 out of 4, and I'll just run with that for the extra. I won't be max TS, but I'll run with it for the extra set chance. I don't know, but we're going to try and get 6 legendaries in the next 2 weeks. I don't think it's going to happen because my RNG in this particular tier is horrible. But we can try, right? We can try. So let's go do some, what is this, trials. Let's just do some trials. Let's not do anything too hard. Let's do it at just 400. It's fine. It is 5 PM, or it's 4:59. It's 5 PM. And today's the first time I've been able to get on today. Went over and stayed at some friends' places last night and had, dinner and drinks and board games and all that sort of stuff. And then I've been busy today. So this is the first time I've been able to get on Item Find Sunday, so I've wasted a lot of the day, which is annoying, but it is what it is. So I haven't been able to do trials or PvP or any of that, so my rankings are all crap. So we may as well just, do 400, make it easy, not worry too much, and we can just auto set and forget type thing. And we'll just get whatever the ranked rewards are at the end. I'm not going to push too hard into that, although the ranked rewards at the end do get you beanstalks, but I don't think it's worth spending, all these, what are they, tokens? PvP's tickets, expedition and invasion and stuff are badges. Yeah, so it must be tokens. I don't think it's worth you like buying and you know, using all these token pouches and all that sort of stuff just to get one tier up of the rewards, because it's probably only, well, we'll have a look when we finish, but it's probably only like, you know, an extra 5 beanstalks or something. But we'll see. I usually fit into that 1000 to 2000 rank in general without having to try too much, and that's just what I'm used to. So as long as we can fill in there, that should be fine. For PvP, I'll just do whatever I can, and we'll get some extra beanstalks from that. So hopefully between those, for the, again, say it's 2 weeks, so we've got 2 weeks worth of placing PvP and Trials / Gauntlet, so there'll be, let's say, an extra, hypothetically, 50 beanstalks between the 2 weeks of that and the beanstalks we just pick up from Raid 6. So there's another upgrade, so we only need 5. We need 5 legendaries, at a guess. I don't really want to have to, when the new tier comes out and everything, I don't really want to have to keep doing Raid 6 to get like older legendaries to upgrade it, but it might be worth it. Like having maxed 3 set might be worth it. So we'll have a quick look here while we're here. What am I doing? Rewards. Right, so rank, at the moment I'm rank what? 1198. That's generally where I finish. I will go down a hell of a lot from that, but I'll finish within 1000 to 2000. So there's 10 beanstalks. And then if we look at the PvP, again, I'm lower than where I would normally be. We get, let's say we rank 500 to 1000, we get 15. So there's 25. So yeah, 2 weeks of that is 50. And then any, so yeah, that's, I was pretty spot on actually with, whoops, with my guessing there. So 5 legendaries, 2 weeks. Don't know. It's been a week today, so Undefined Sunday, since I did all those expeditions and raids and everything with the Super Scroll. I got 2 legendaries and 1 set drop I did 60 raids, and I did 440 expedition badges, and I got 2 legendaries and 1 set. Horrible RNG, horrible. And in the last week since then, I haven't got anything. Not one drop, not one, nothing. No schematics, just absolutely trash for a whole week. So if it's going on that kind of RNG and that average, getting 0 legendaries for a week, and then I'm going to need an average of 3 for the next 2 weeks. Don't know, but we'll try our best. I guess I could spend some guild honor. Let's check how much I have. I got 360, which is not the most. I could spend a buttload of that on average energy potion. Well, maybe 20. Maths is bad. Okay, so like 25-ish average energy potions, which is like a fair bit of energy. I'm not going to do math. And then I could just spam the crap out of World Boss. That's an option, but I don't really want to have to spend that guild honor if I don't have to. But that might be a failsafe. We still do have a Super Scroll in our bag waiting, but considering the new content is around the corner, I was probably just going to save that until I can do R6 Heroic, or like an expedition or invasion or something comes out in R7 Heroic, I should say. Or an expedition or invasion or something in the new tier comes out, and so I can get some legendaries from that type of thing. So I was going to wait until the Super Scroll to wait until that happens to use the Super Scroll, so I can get like upgraded TS faster rather than using it to max out, you know, the sets. I don't know. There's many things we can do, many options we have, but let's just hope that we get those upgrades or those legendaries that we can break down in the coming weeks. So like I said, I don't know that it's 2 weeks. I'm just speculating it's 2 weeks. It could be 1 week. It could be 3 weeks. It could be a month. We don't know. We'll see how it goes as we go on. Now we are maxed out on energy. We're maxed out on raids as well. If this didn't cap, I'd probably have like 700 energy, and I'd probably have like 20 something raids because it's been that long since I played. So maybe we'll do some world boss, and then hopefully it won't take too long to get one other person in a decent TS range. We may need one more person, although well, we've already got the one more person. If that guy was a good tank, we wouldn't have needed it, but we've got the 3, so it's fine. So we can just smash out some world boss or not. It's always one dude that just does not play ball, right? It's so frustrating. Okay, he's finally figured it out. And it always seems to be when I'm recording too. When I am just doing this on the couch or something, it's generally not too bad. Usually because I send a message in my Discord. Another shout out, not really shout out, but another plug, I guess, for my Discord. If you're not a member of it, then definitely consider doing so. We have a lot of people in there that are Bit Heroes players of all shapes and sizes and levels and experience and whatnot. So if you're new to the game particularly, or if you're not sure about something, or you just want advice, or if you're higher level and you want to help lower people, or any of that stuff, then consider joining my Discord. The link is in the description. And yeah, there's a lot of people in there always talking in the Bit Heroes room, about Bit Heroes and offering friend slots and advice and all that good stuff. And speculating and talking about things and, you know, all that good stuff. So if you're not a member of the Discord, and you would like some help or potentially better friends list or something like that, then, you know, jump in, say hi. But usually when I do World Boss, I send a message in there saying, like, is anyone keen for some tier 9 all lag or something? And usually we get, you know, 2 or 3, maybe sometimes all 5 slots taken up, and we do like World Boss with, you know, with viewers and all that sort of stuff, which is cool. I just generally don't do that on camera because it takes a while to organize. But yeah, if you want to do World Boss with me, not that that's amazingly exciting, Discord is the place to be for that. Which I'll probably do once we finish this video. We need one more dude, come on. I'll probably spend all this energy and chuck a message out there, so. Come on, can we do it with this guy? He's a healer. We can try. Should we try? He's gone. Alright, let's wait 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gone. Should be alright, actually. 3.3k tank. Let's hope. Oh yeah, shit it in. Easy. That's the good thing about Olag, right? It's 5 people, you only need 2. It's pretty good. Same thing with Netherworld. You could, like, or actually Netherworld I could do by myself. But I'm doing Olag for the, who is this? Is this that dude? No, it's not. Olag, sorry, I'm doing for the Hobbit Feet, because we're still trying to max out all of our, you know, we're trying to make the Walkham and the Tall Ag and all that sort of stuff, so we need a crap ton of Hobbit Feet to make all those Velks. So I could just do heaps of Netherworld by myself and just smash that really quickly, but need those Hobbit Feet. Alright, let's do maybe one more of these, providing someone comes in the next 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see if we can do it with just us two. He is a DPS, so he'll probably get chunked down, but I am front tanking it. And turns out, if you max TS, if you're above 4k TS, you can carry a bit harder, as it turns out. So if I was like, you know, 3.8 or something, I think we would have struggled a little bit. Well, I'm getting chunked a little bit, but we're fine. Easy mode. Come on, give me a Hobbit foot. Give me a legendary. Son of a bitch. Okay. Well, we did 100 energy worth of world boss, so that's not too bad. 5 of them. I'm doing Melodale. Okay, that's good. Let's make sure that Eagle is still a tank. He is. Let's make sure that everybody is in the right gear, because I've come across that quite a few times recently, and just wasted raid shards because people are in the wrong gear. But everyone seems to be okay. So let's get it started. So yeah, that's basically the deal. Is we just need those 5, pretty much 5 legendaries. As far as the new content goes, when this little fight finishes, we'll just go over a few things, because there are a few things to talk about. Again, we'll get more information as time goes on, but it's a bit interesting what it says here. If we go to news, it comes up with this. I don't know if people know this or not, but there's a notes section here as well. So you can click on that, and it will give you a list of all the notes for each patch each week type thing. So sometimes this is where you find out that Harvest Ancient Sword will proc. Great. You'll find out sometimes that like the PvP stuff will be like you know, normal or common familiars are twice as strong in this PvP event, that type of thing. So if you're ever unsure or whatever, I suggest going to the news and then checking these notes every time there's a new week, because sometimes things have changed or whatever. So it says here, new PvP and Trials events are now available. We already knew that. New zone and raid coming soon. Again, no time limit, but my guess is 2 weeks. With the new content, we've evaluated the balance between DPS and tank players, and will introduce changes to even the playing field between them. So this is a good change. A lot of people are excited about that have DPS. Probably the tanks not so much, because if you're a tank in this game, it's a hell of a lot easier than being a DPS. It wasn't so much, at least from my experience, it wasn't so much a problem early on, like the early kind of tiers. But these days, it's so much easier being a tank. Like, it's so much easier being a tank. So they're saying that they're going to balance that out, which makes it sound that, you know, DPS are going to have a little bit of an easier time, which is good, because I don't really want to re-roll. It's a lot of effort and a lot of stuff, and I'm going to have to get a different accessory and runes and all that sort of stuff. So if they're just making it better for DPS players, that would be good. Okay, existing events like PvP and GVG are also getting some updates with the content to keep them challenging and rewarding. So we mentioned in the last video, I think it was, that I said that, like, just to keep things fresh, they could introduce new mechanics and stuff. And I mentioned that I did make a video on the top 5 mechanics I would like to see implemented or changed or whatever. So this is saying that they're going to be doing something like that, right? They're going to update PvP and GVG to make it better. I don't know what that means. Again, we don't know what this means. We don't know what any of this means, but the fact that they're talking about it is pretty cool. Various other adjustments and additions will be coming with the new content as well. Finally, with the new update, we will be adding a new exciting feature related to familiars. Again, no idea. Speculation. Right, now I don't know if there's been some leaks or whether people on Reddit have found out or someone's found some information somewhere. I don't know. I don't go trawling through forums and the official Bit Hero Discord and Reddit and all that stuff. I don't do any of that thing. I just find out the information as it comes to me through the game, or if talking to my guild, or if someone sends me a message being like, hey, did you hear about this type of thing? So I don't go looking for information. It doesn't change anything, and I can't really be bothered, right? Eventually I'm going to find out when it comes live. So in any game, I pretty much never try and like dig deep and try to find things out before they come out. It kind of seems like a giant waste of time to me. But so I don't know if any of that speculation-y stuff has been found out what it is, like what they're doing with the changes to familiars, or how they're going to balance the tanks and DPS, but I don't know. But if that's out there, then that's out there. But it won't be too long until it's all, you know, revealed anyway. So that's like I said, I don't really care to go through and try and find stuff out quicker. It just seems like a waste of time. And there's, you know, there's better things to do, in my opinion. But anyway, if that's something you enjoy, then that's great. But it will be interesting to see. So yeah, evening out the experience for tanks and DPS, that's huge. Because like I said, being a tank is just so much easier. I don't know. I don't know what they can do. I don't know what they're going to do. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm excited for that actually, because as I've mentioned a few times, and I mentioned earlier in this video, that this particular tier has kicked my ass. It's definitely the tier that I like. It's my favorite raid as far as the look and the kind of theme and stuff goes. Like I really like the light blue and white and cloudy type stuff, and it's not like aggressive on the eyes. Like Raid 2 just makes me go insane with all the different colors and so much shit going on. It's like an acid show. So I really like the appeal of this tier and this raid, but it's probably been my least enjoyable. It's definitely been my least successful, I guess. Like I've had the hardest time with this tier and this raid than I have in any other tier or raid. Now I know that comes down to being that comes down to raid 6 being an absolute shit show, and sometimes you can complete it without any problems, and other times you get wiped. And even at 21.5k raid TS, which I've got now, even now I still get wiped, and that's ridiculous. because there shouldn't be every person in my team, including me, is in 100% max TS. Everyone except for me is in full sets and mythics and you know, top. Absolutely can't. They've finished their build. They can't get any better. They've got, like, you know, fully upgraded accessories and pets and and mounts and all this good stuff. And you know, you still can't complete it sometimes. That's a bit weird. It's just the RNG of when Raid 6 just decides to be a dick is huge. Now, if you're like, say, if you're Eagle or Chaos or Rev Me Up or whatever, and your raid team is full of others like you, like I know Eagle's raid team is like 24k or something TS. It's stupid because he's got all the like really high level players and stuff. And he was doing Raid 6 Heroic like a week after the content came out, or probably not even, a couple of days maybe, and it was auto and he never had to worry about it and stuff. That's great for him. But for us mere mortals and stuff, like, it's stupid, right? So this raid has been ridiculous, and I know there's still people out there, people on my friends list and all that sort of thing, that still can't do it. And that's, I don't know, they seem to have got the difficulty curve a little bit wrong here. It's a little bit too, it's too spiky. Like, if this was just a harder raid and you needed more stuff and you needed sets and mythics and stuff, I can deal with that. I can go, okay, they've made it harder. You need to have, you know, set things, whatever, to be able to do it effectively. But it's just like a flip of the coin. Sometimes it's an absolute shit show and it just destroys you. And there's no, like, there's no rhyme or reason to which Raid 6 you're gonna get, and like the procs and RNG and stuff. So I don't know, maybe I'm just being a bit negative about it because I haven't enjoyed it as much as the other tiers, but it definitely seems, and I've talked to people and people like on the Discord and friends and stuff, everyone kind of agrees with me, and we agree with each other, I should say, not so much agree with me, that that this raid is yeah, it's a little bit funny with the difficulty sometimes. So hopefully they can figure that out and balance that out. But with a full raid team of max TS set wielding people, you should be pretty okay. And like we saw last raid, we went without a hiccup, and this one seems to be going without a hiccup. But then it'll just randomly just kick my ass. But we'll see what the new raid looks like. The picture on that news thing was like a big rock dude that looks like Malphite from League of Legends. Which I'm okay with, because when I played League of Legends, Malphite was one of my like 3 main characters, which was cool. Let's go to here and have another look. So it's just like, you know, all this rocky stuff with crystals and flying rocks and stuff. Looks alright. They've pretty much they've kind of tapped out on a lot of themes. So if you're gonna look at like fantasy kind of themes for like games and stuff, you think about it. Raid 1 is like a demon one, right? You kinda like it's all black and red, and you got the like Astaroth, the Lord of Darkness, and all this, you know, that type of theme. Raid 2, you've got the ultra like acid trip, freaking, you know, fun, multicolored rainbow, fantastic unicorn, hooray theme. Raid 3 is Raid 3 the pirate ship? I'm trying to remember. Either way, there's a raid that's a pirate, all the pirate theme. Then there's the... What am I missing? What the hell is Raid 3? Because I'm pretty sure Pirate Ship's Raid 4, is it not? Or if Pirate Ship's Raid 3, what the hell's Raid 4? Raid 4's all the robot stuff, that's what it is. So they've done like demons, they've done like, I don't know, Happy Fun Land, they've done pirates, they've done robots. Raid 5 was a bit weird. It had like Zol, which I don't know what the hell that is, and it had the pyramids and stuff. I'm not sure what the hell Raid 5 was about. Raid 6, they've done this kind of like, I don't know, what, like sky, cloud, heaven typey theme. I'm not sure. Then if you go through Invasion, you've got like zombie invasion, you've got jelly invasion, you've got Christmas. You've got all these things. So when you're trying to think about like ninja invasion, when you're trying to think about like themes they could do, it's like, all right, sweet. They do an underwater theme. Well, they've kind of already done like the pirate, right? Which is water related. Okay, they could do you know, something else, like, oh, zombies, nope, ninjas, nope. You know, like, they've tapped out in a lot of areas. So coming up with new content and new ideas is going to be hard, because it's just like they've gone through so many of those themes, and what can they do? So they could definitely do like another demon escape thing, right? Because if you think about Raid 1, Astaroth was cool, but then you had Squib, who isn't really anything. He's just a green dude in a pink robe with a staff. Like, that's not really demonic. You had Shade, who was kind of like a ghost. Well, then they have the expeditions, right? And they had like the ghost expedition, where everything was like ghost and see-through-y and stuff. They had the fat expedition, so they can't really do fat versions of things anymore. But anyway, Shade was like a kind of like a floating ghost thing. And then you had Ragnar, I want to say, who was probably the most demon-looking dude out of all of it. Was just like this big, I don't know, rock dude with a staff, stick, axe thing. So Raid 1 was kind of a bit weird. So they could definitely do like a more demon-focused one with, like, you know, more like devil-looking guys with horns and, you know, pitchforks and all that kind of stuff. So they could definitely do that. They could do an underwater one, right? So they've done the pirate ship, but they could do like a fish-based one where the raid boss is like a shark or a whale or something. I don't know. But they could do an underwater one. I don't know how that would work with the characters and stuff. You know, just walking through the water. I don't know. But underwater theme could be a thing. Yeah, I don't know. I've thought about that quite a few times, actually. I'm like, I don't know where they're going to go with new content. So, as far as theming goes, let me know in the comments. Actually, that's a good question. What themes do you think they could do that they haven't done that would work? So, like I said, a demon thing could be done. An underwater one could be done. What else? Let me know what you think. If there's any kind of, you know, cosmetic-y type things towards the game that you think would work well, let me know. That would be interesting discussion to have. But it looks like at least the raid. Well, we don't know if that's a raid boss. That could just be a dungeon boss. That big Malphite looking dude. I think when they announced this tier, it was that dungeon boss. I'm not even going to attempt to remember what his name was. The dude with the sack face. Right? The guy that looks like patchwork. Like he's all like quilted together. Like, not quilted, that's a bad word. Well, it's kind of what I'm going for, actually. He's all stitched together and stuff. I have no idea what his name is. We'll look it up after this. But I think he was like the poster child for the new content coming soon. Or at least he was one of them. And he ended up just being a dungeon boss, not like anything to do with the raids or something. But that big rock dude, Malphite looking dude, he definitely looks like a raid boss, right? He's huge. He's like, for a Bit Heroes-esque, like 8-bit, 16-bit, whatever this is, 8-bit, you know, art style and stuff. He looks imposing because he's big and, you know, he's got his crystals and whatever. So my guess is he will be the raid boss. But you never know. What is that guy's name? The patchwork. Is it Googaman or something? Googamens? Googamels? That might even be an invasion schematic. I don't know. Something like that, though. I'm pretty sure. We'll find out in a sec. And then we'll probably call it a day, actually. It's been half an hour. I didn't realize it had gone that quick. I pretty much haven't stopped talking. And it's been half an hour, so it's pretty good. But we did not get a legendary. Well, we haven't got a legendary yet. Maybe we'll get one from this thing. But we need 5. Come on, 5's not too bad in 2 weeks, right? Again, speculation, 2 weeks. I really hope I can do it, because I don't know. Maybe I'll go back and just keep doing this until I get it fully upgraded, because so the kind of advice that I give when leveling up and stuff, right, is don't worry about upgrading sets and mythics and legendaries and stuff. Just go with your max your epics, and then go to the next tier. Because if you spend all this time maxing a legendary, you're gonna max it like a max epic is going to be relatively close enough. to TS of the max legendary from the previous tier. So if you've like spent all this time upgrading your legendary twice, and you spent, you know, like 300 ROM bits or 150 ROM bits or whatever it is, upgrading it twice, and you're like, man, I can't be bothered getting more ROM bits to upgrade this thing. And you go to the next tier and you get an epic and you upgrade it fully. It's already better than that twice upgraded legendary. So there's just no point. There's no point upgrading legendaries from previous tiers if you're still leveling up. But going from tier 9 max to tier 10, like epics aren't going to cut it. The only thing that's going to be better is a legendary. So because I'm max TS and I'm max upgrades and stuff, legendaries are the only ones that are going to be better, which means I'm going to have my chest piece and stuff for a while, unless the chest piece is the first thing I'll upgrade from the new tier. But it won't be. It'll be my ring or my necklace, which we can go into in a sec. So having that max, having that chest piece max TS is going to be pretty important, but having it as a set piece would be the best. So maybe I'll spend some time until I get it maxed. I don't know. It's a discussion I'm going to have with myself. Maybe my brain's trust on Discord and stuff, and see what people think. But let's just assume that this is done, right? These 3 are maxed. I've got my helmet. Everything's all good. The first 2 upgrades will go with this, right? I do have Peppermint Ring, which is what we were going to work on after this, but there's no way we're going to upgrade this in 2 weeks. So Peppermint Ring is basically now useless. I could try and upgrade it from tier 9 to tier 10, and we've gone through that discussion in the last couple of videos as well. That's not going to happen. So we never got around to actually using Peppermint Ring, but that's fine. Which means that when we get to tier 10, the first 2 legendaries I'll go for upgrading will be these 2, right? Because these 2 are just legendaries, whereas these are set, mythic set. So I don't want to replace any of the set pieces initially. Oh, you bastard! You bastard! You bastard! You bastard! I want that schematic so bad. 6 months, roughly, of doing Raid 6 and still I have not got that. And that's all. That's the only schematic I want from this tier, and still haven't been able to get it. Anyway, yeah, we're not going to replace like one of our set pieces first, right? Because we're just going to lose a set, which is dumb. Whereas these 2 are just legendaries that aren't giving us any bonuses or stuff, so it makes sense to replace them first. What did he say? I'll hash it out with him in a sec. Yeah, so we'll replace these 2 first. Again, it's gonna factor into what the new tiers sets are. So if the set piece or mythic drops from heroic are to do with these 2, then maybe we like. So let's say that let's just hypothetically say that the new tier, the new raid set is a DPS set, and let's say it's offhand, it's main hand, offhand, ring, and necklace. Then that changes things a little bit, right? Because if we upgrade these and then we're going to upgrade them again with sets down the road, we're going to be in the exact same position as we are in right now. I don't know, man. We'll have to see when tier 10 comes out. We'll have to have a think and go over it. But I think if we can get all of these 3 maxed, we'll replace these 2 with legendaries first. That's probably the go-to plan for now. So I think getting that 2 max TS is the way to go. But anyway, so there we go. There is another Sunday Undefined Day done. No loot, which is unfortunate. Let me just double check that we didn't get anything. No, so if we go to upgrade, we're still only got 68. I think we had 66 at the start or 60 something, but pretty much didn't get anything there, which is unfortunate, but we got 2 weeks to do it. So wish me the best of luck. I wish you guys the best of luck on finishing anything you're trying to finish before the new tier comes out as well. And so we should have next Sunday will be this, and then the Sunday after potentially could be new content, maybe, we'll see. But any information that I get or anything like that, I'll keep you guys informed, but you'll probably know before the video comes out anyway. But still, we'll have a chat about it when new information comes out. Either way, that is it for now. Hopefully you enjoyed it. As always, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. If you like this video, click here to see another one just like it. If you're new to the channel and like what I'm doing, click here to subscribe and become the newest member of the Chicken Coop. If you really like what I'm doing, you can find a link to my Patreon in the description, where you can help support me and help the channel grow. You'll also find a link to the channel's Discord server where you can chat with me and other members of the Chicken Coop. And don't forget to hit that notification bell.